Hey y'all, Rorree here. Welcome to my channel. All right, welcome back. I feel like I've been gone for a hot minute and we have been working so hard. Our team has been working diligently to get everything together for this launch. So, forgive me if I'm missing an action. I am working my buns off with our little team. We have a very small team. But I have been working my buns off, just trying to get everything ready. So we're still in our pre-launch phase um, of our private community. And let me tell you a little bit about the community, and then we're going to get right into what we're going to talk about for today. So our community, our private community is called Roses, Lavender, and Sage. And I know you've seen that on a few of the thumbnails where I've given information, and that's the thumbnail that we chose to use. But our community is a community of women, and this community is for women who are striving to be the best them that they could possibly be. This community is for women who are more spiritual than religious, and women who want to grow in all aspects of their lives. In this community, we have coursework that we'll work on together. Um, one of the workshops that we'll be starting, I think this week, is about empaths and how to live effectively as an empath. And this is a free course, for the community. So anyway, so this is one workshop that we're doing. What else are we working on? We're working on so many things. We have a few different meditations and activations that we're doing this week. We have a whole lineup for this whole year. All right, we are doing things like having visualizations that will be with me on Fridays to clean out for the week, to just release all the bullshitiga that we've gone through for the whole week. We're starting the week with an activation that's going to be very healing, and that's going to touch us on all levels, our chakras, our octaves. Oh my stars, using wonderful tones and healing tones to heal the body. So we're starting our week off with that. Partway through the week, we're having some chanting together, like some kirtan. So we have a whole line up in store. Every day we have positive information, positive messages. So right now, the community, now this is not technically a free community, but right now, during our pre-launch phase, we are allowing the founding ambassadors. So those who come in right now, while we're getting it all ready for you, getting the launch together, while we're in this pre-launch phase, we are allowing those who come in to come in at no charge. And to check us out, see if you like it. If you like it, you can stay, and we're calling you guys the founding ambassadors with the Roses, Lavender, and Sage community. There'll be things that we ask you to help out with, especially since you're not paying to get into the community and have access to all that we have here. But anyway, once you get into the community, you can see all of that. You can, you'll have all the details about what's going on, what you'll receive as a founding ambassador. The link to the community is in the description box. You can also go to www.roses, lavender, and spelled all out, sage.com, and you can just come on and join us. Again, this is for women, and this is for women on a mission. Okay, this is not a community that you're just going to be sitting in there, just reading a bunch of gossip or whatever. This community is really focused on lifting up and elevating women. Okay. So definitely we talk about different types of spirituality in there. We talk about, I mean, there's a lot. So I suggest you just come on in since it is no charge to you right now. Just come on in. We are still debating, right? I say, it's not all up to me, but I feel like the founding ambassadors should come on in and have a year at no charge. We have not made the final decision yet, but that is my vote. That's what I feel for the community. So come on in. You know what I mean? There, you won't lose anything, and you have everything to gain. We're working on shadow work. I've already developed a course on shadow work. What else are we working on? I choose me. I've been talking about that. I choose me. So, and that's working on developing yourself so that you can um, manifest what it is that you desire in your life on all areas of your life. This is a community that is positive. Um, we will not be bashing each other. Everyone is able to have an opinion. If you disagree, just agree to disagree. We are not having fighting, backstabbing, all that foolish shenanigans, because this community is about keeping your vibrations high. You cannot manifest what it is that you desire unless you desire a bunch of bullshit, but you cannot manifest what you desire if it is great things in life when you're vibrating low. So we're not going to allow those low vibrating frequencies in our organization, in our community. It's just not happening. So that's my rule, and that's just that. I'm not doing it. We all have lives outside of this community, and we all deal with stuff every day, all day. And it's not fair to someone else to come to this community for peace and to be uplifted and to feel like they want to get something nourishing, and then to come in there and have to deal with wackiness. We're not doing that. So, and you will be released from the community if you do those shenanigans. So I'm just telling you right now, we're not standing for any of that. So if that's your personality, then don't even come. Okay. All righty. So Roses, Lavender, and Sage is the name of the community. That is the website. We have a .org, but the .org is not up and running yet. So go to the .com. This is a spiritually based organization. It is a nonprofit organization. So, but anyway, I'm not going to go any further into that. But today, it's interesting because today in the community, I posted about strength. I think that's what I posted about this morning, what I was talking about. And today, and this card that I pulled a little while ago is Anya. I think it's pronounced Anya. And it's inner strength. I'll show you her picture. Inner strength. Okay. And I was like, wow, that is something that I pulled that card first. That's kind of in alignment because this is for you guys. So this is for all my communities. But I was meditating on my YouTube community, and I was meditating on my Roses, Lavender, and Sage community when I pulled this card. So alrighty. So this card is Celtic. So this is from like some goddesses and things. So her name is Anya, and she's a Celtic goddess. Okay. Let me read what it says. Goddess of love, Anya, is guiding you to look within for strength. Whether you're embracing a new path, taking a risk, or healing from the past pain, everything you're seeking is inside of you. Everything you're seeking is inside of you. When embracing the path, okay, I'm gonna read it again. Goddess of love, Anya, is guiding you to look within for strength. So first of all, we have to look within for our strength. Too often, we're looking outside of us for that which strengthens us. And what strengthens you is within, okay? It's within. You tap into your higher self, your Rorree, your higher self that connects with source, with God. So, what you need is within, okay? So you don't have to be asking for opinions all over the place or looking for some other person, some mate or whatever to give you your strength. Your strength comes from within here. When you have love and that self love, once you love yourself the most and choose yourself first, choose yourself the most, love you the most, you will have the strength to do anything that you desire and that you require to get to where it is that you want to go. So tap in to yourself. Sometimes to be able to tap in, you might have to do a little bit of meditation. You may have to be still. That's why so many days in the week we're doing meditations, visualizations, chanting, breath work, and everything on a daily basis. We're doing something so that we can release, because we're like an onion and the layers have been built up since we came out of the womb. The layers started while we were in the womb, actually, okay? Because we were picking up our parents' energies while we were in the womb. So now we're peeling off all of the layers, And when you become my age, you got a whole lot of layers to peel off, okay? But we're peeling off all these layers so that we can get to the core. Have you ever seen the little core of the onion? It's really, really tiny, but that core, if you taste it, it's really, really potent. It's powerful. The core of an onion, you know what I mean? The whole onion actually probably make you cry because it's so strong. But anyway, peeling off those layers. That's what we do when we're doing the breath work, when we're doing the meditations, when we're chanting, when we're being still and listening to quiet music, when we're having activations. Activations are energies and tones and things of that nature that are immersed into our being. Sometimes music does that. I know how, when you go to church, I'm a PK, I'm a preacher's kid. My dad was a pastor since I was born. He's a pastor when I was in the womb. So my parents got married. He was a pastor. So I'm a PK. Okay. I grew up in the church and I grew up I grew up Christian and I explored many different religions on my journey, when I was at my dad's house, I used to go to this Episcopalian church that was down the corner. And I used to go there because if I didn't, I'd be in church all day long. And I know I'm digressing, but because my dad was not only a pastor, he was also the first Black chaplain of the Maryland State Penitentiary. So I would have to, little old me as a kid, every Sunday after the regular church, I would have to go with him to the pen and sit all by myself because it's a men's penitentiary. And like little old me was all up in the jail every Sunday going to church with the inmates, okay? And then after that, we might go to an afternoon or evening service. So I was in church all day. So when I was of an age when I could go to church by myself and I didn't have to go to church with him, I'd be like, can I go to the church down the corner? And it was the Episcopalian church. I could have cared less what kind of church it was. I just didn't want to be in church all day. But anyway, so I studied, practiced, whatever with all different religions. I really didn't have a filter. I was just like, whatever, and I've always felt that the truth was somewhere in the middle. I always felt like, and I know I'm really going off topic from this strength thing, but I always felt like when I would be in church and my dad would be preaching or somebody else, some other pastor would be preaching. So I'd be following along in the Bible and they would read a little piece, a little part of a scripture. And and then they go off on this sermon, and I'll be like, that's not what this is talking about. And so I've always been that person, even as a little person, even in Sunday school, I was always questioning things and like, well, that don't make no sense, you know. So I never took what somebody else said the Bible meant as face value. I interpreted, even as a little person, even at like 6 and 7, I was interpreting the scripture for myself and making my own sense of it versus always listening to somebody else. So fast forward to present, you could probably see, if you know me or if you follow me, that I am still that person, you know? So I don't like bash other people's faiths because it's like, whatever, you know? And in our community, we will not be bashing anybody's faiths either. And there, you know, there are many different groups and different types of spiritual topics that are there that people will talk about. And we're not there to be bashing somebody. So anyway, the strength. So whether you're embracing a new path, taking a risk, or healing from the pain, from past pain, everything you're seeking is within you. Now, whether you're embracing a new path, now I know many of you, especially those of you who are in the community, are either embracing a new path or you want to, you know, because you've shared that you're stuck somewhere, or maybe you want things to expand and grow, things of that nature. And what I want you to know is that everything, just like this card says, everything that you need is within you, or within your reach. You know, sometimes you may have to reach out, but then you can ask for help. And one thing that we've talked about in the past is asking for help, asking your ancestors, your guides, and your angels for help. In a tradition that I practice, we call our ancestors our egun or egungun, you know, or our angels, guides, we call those our egbe. So, you know, you can ask your soul group, your collective group for help. You know, ask them to guide you, lead you, show you the way, allow you to hear and see clearly. Slam the door hard if that's not the way to go. You know what I mean? Because like sometimes you be hearing a whisper, you don't know if that's a what was that? Was that God? Was that you? Ancestors? Was that you? Or was that me? What was that? I'll be like, talk to me loudly and clearly, please. Loudly and clearly, loudly and clearly, you know, so much so I did that so much every day for years that I don't really have to say that anymore because I hear loudly and clearly, you know. So just know what you need is right there for you. You know, you might need guidance on how to do XYZ, and then you just overhear something or you click on a video or whatever, and wow, there's my answer. But ask for it. Ask for what it is that you desire. And that still means that it is within you because it was you that sought for what it is that you desire in the first place. If you're healing from past pain, know that number one, within our group, or whether you're on my YouTube, whether you're in my Facebook group, or whether you're in Roses, Lavender, and Sage, you're going to get tips and tools on how to heal yourself. Now, Monday night, we are having, and I hope I get this up by morning because it's Sunday right now, but hopefully you'll see this and maybe you guys can join us Monday night for our activation, because we're doing a healing activation that's going to be out of this world, and I mentioned it earlier, but hopefully you can tap into that. And for those of you wanting to heal some pain, it'll help with that, you know. And everything that we do will help if you want to heal old wounds, or stop yourself from staying there. Sometimes we're hurt and we anchor in that pain. We anchor in the past. And that's not where we're supposed to be. You know, the past is back there. We're supposed to learn from the past, reflect upon the past, learn from it, and move forward and enjoy this moment while we're moving forward. All right. All right, so everything you're seeking is inside of you. Anya, thank you so much for that inner strength with Anya. All right, y'all. I know I went all over the place, but I'm just getting warmed up. So I hope y'all enjoyed this message today. Please join me in roseslavender.and.sage.com, and I will check you later. Ashe, ashe, ashe.